Fifth time the charm. Is this actually happening here now? Twitch says it likes it now. Then again, it said it liked it before. Have I appeased the Twitch gods? Hey, Nicole. Welcome back. Kept disabling things until people said it was okay. Like, it's really not okay. Stream may be going through okay, but things are not okay. I've closed, like, basically every dock there is on OBS. It's no longer showing a preview of what the stream is putting out. Like, everything has been stripped away that I can. And in between streams, I'm gonna have to diagnose what is going on and try and poke and prod and figure out, is this gonna streamline things? Is this gonna help? Do I have to update this? Which I try to keep things updated, but not everything is automatic. Okay, so what are we using the onion for? Onion we are just tossing in there. With peppers. The last of my bell peppers. Baby bell peppers. Sorry, that last refresh took a little bit longer than I intended. I decided to disconnect my Twitch account and reconnect it, just in case some funny reason it needed to be reconnected to OBS to help things out. And then that led me through, all the security things. Should have thought that one through a little bit more before I Let's quick do that. That'll help. Maybe. This one's had issues too. So I apologize to the Raiders and everyone else. Things are not going smoothly. They're usually much better around here. But it seems to be every 3-6 months we get into a couple of weeks of things just going nuts. How am I chopping these? No more ads for 55 minutes, chat. Oh, I haven't gone shopping again yet. I still have 2 more stores, I think, on my list that I wanted to visit first. And each of those is going to be I'm not going to do them on the same day. At least I don't think I will. Over on the stove. No, not exactly this one, but yeah. This weighs a ton. Like, you're gonna get a workout. Like, this is not light work. They have vegetable cleavers, too, that are much lighter. But, no, those things are... You don't want to use that as an everyday. I know Asians everywhere are shaking their heads at me right now, but... way too heavy. If you noticed how that sits in my drawer too, by the way, you'll notice exactly how much I actually use that thing. It's in here backwards at the back of my knife drawer. I love it. It's gorgeous. It works so well, but it is so heavy, and the edge on it is... You can make your own edge, but the edge on it's pretty horrid. Well, I think pretty much all the PBS were everywhere. I certainly remember Yan Can Cook. Yan can still cook. Bit of salt. He's in the same camp as one of my Asian instructors. Hi, Will. Welcome back. The fair number of Chinese students in school, they just do heavy repetition of very certain, like, they have jobs sent all the way down. It's hard to describe. Essentially, labor is so cheap and so available with such a high population there that the specialization when it comes to cooking, when it comes to everything, you sit there in school and you every single day just sit there and chop chickens. And like, you can get that specialized in these world, but it's like everyone is specialized there. And part of that comes from the way their systems and government runs, and you know, you go to this school and you get this grade, you do this. I'm pretty certain he still does stuff. I'm I'm relatively certain he still has his show. Not looking to really brown this, but we are going to sweat them through. Chop up our tomato while we're waiting on that cutting board camera. Cutting board camera. Are you listening to me? Oh, there we go. There we go. Emerald was huge. Heat off here. Just let the pan slowly cook those through a bit more. I had a lot more respect for Alton than I do these days. His first shows, The Good Eats, were amazing. And like Minnie in that case, I mean, it's just sort of like business and how you follow into it and what you're after. And he was probably supporting his same employee base. But not a fan of Iron Chef US. Not a fan of his other shows on there other than Good Eats. Never watched The Chew. I know it was a thing for a while there. I don't think we're going to see Vitali really back. I think he's sort of like going to retire to his corner of the world. Yep. But there's a certain number of people that get canceled and still are successful or go on in other directions. And I just don't think we're going to see that from him. Setting up for our rice now. Boy, Bastianich just skated on by with that thing, too. I mean, him and Vitali were, like, partner on, like, everything. rice. Board only camera while let's do stove only for a moment here while I get some rice out. And some of the things, like, I don't condone the sex Me Too stuff that happened with Batali, but the business stuff where they got in trouble over not necessarily paying their employees, I sort of agree with the way that they went about their business, even though their business was not legal under New York employment laws, which sort of force you in sort of certain different lanes. And they were essentially, I think, spreading out their tipping much more fairly in the business, if it's going to be, you know, like a set tip setup. But they got in trouble for it, and it was against the law, but I sort of disagree with the law. Yeah, under the table. Like, well, basically what running a food business taught me is that unless you're cheating somehow, you're not going to be making a lot of money. You're either lying to your employees, you're lying to your customers, or more than likely you're lying to both. People just expect food that cheap. There's no way really around it. And that's even here in a county where our health department sucks. Like, they are pathetically bad. Mm-hmm. Well, the whole tipping thing works that way, not just that way, too. It works in that you have a rainy day, you have a slow day, you don't need labor. See ya. You're not going to do that to an employee that you're paying proper wages to. rice in with our tomato. Water over on the stove. Oregano, dried oregano. Where art thou? Where are you, coriander? Coriander. Ground coriander. Cumin. And garlic. Oh yeah, all sorts of shady stuff like that, misreporting things to... Before they had POS systems, bartenders would always get shorted. But, I mean, that then resulted in them getting probably larger than deserved percentages later on, when we did have POS. Because, let's be honest, unless you're in a place that's making actually handcrafted cocktails, and I don't mean, hitting up the daiquiri machine or getting annoyed that you gotta use the blender. I mean real cocktail drinks. They don't deserve, a huge percentage of the tip. I was going to use lemon with these, but I'm going to use vinegar instead now. Yeah, but the markup is the greatest of any item in the restaurant. Let's do sherry. Oh, dad joke. Oh, dad joke. Yep, you have to absolutely love it, and even then you're going to expect to be exploited. But those are the paying jobs. Those are the above minimum wage jobs. You know, we're not McDonald's workers. We're the trained employees. We're not the teenagers and convicts of America. That was loud. Vibe away. Vibe away. Lurk away. Chill away. Work away. We'll leave it PG. Main camera. Let's drying this pan out. Ooh, sprinkles giveaway. Only 241 more followers till our next giveaway, chat. I wish there was a way I could speed that up. Time to clean our identities. Yeah. Let us cup down. Get the salad spinner out here. And I'm going to go ahead and get the root end of this a little bit extra with the water before they go in there. I'm still going to do my normal flood of the spinner. It's amazing how much dirt they get on these things, even though that they're hydroponically grown, and like the only dirt they've been in contact with was that little root nub. But still, there's dirt all over it. That has certainly been said. I've heard of, and my college would be to blame for this too, is the proliferation of culinary schools pumping out kids that really, like, I think the CIA did a pretty good job of, at least in New York, did a pretty good job of letting you know what you're signing up for, but I think there's a lot of smaller schools that haven't. And that was only true as long as you're staying with the same operation, Michael. Like, the most people that I know of in my industry that are still in the industry, there's a percentage that are working in small restaurants and doing okay. The vast majority that I know that are still solidly in the industry are working corporate, whether it's hotels, casinos, there's a few that were breakaways that have done great work and made names for themselves and found people to sponsor businesses for them. But I think a lot of that had a lot more to do with being in the right place at the right time and working for the right person. Like, from my culinary school, there was a group of guys. They weren't all necessarily... Actually, they weren't all in the same class in either AOS or BPS. But they ended up working in a couple of big-name restaurants in New York, and then got picked up and worked in equally big kitchens out here in California, and now are running their own places with same lines of likely funding. Amazing chefs. I'm not trying to say anything by that. But outside of that, like, small group of guys, actually, I know a couple that became teachers in culinary. That I think is entirely based on how physical the tests were. I mean, we're sending 60-year-olds up to space now, so... Congrats, JK. Yeah, but Ramsey's the badass is going to beat all of them, right? I wonder what's going on with that. It's probably filming. But they're filming a new competition show actually at the Culinary Institute. I shared info about it ages ago in the Discord where they were looking for people. I wasn't really looking to join in on it, but like they got one heck of a backing going for it. It sounds like they haven't sold the actual show to any company yet, so it's not like Netflix or anything like that. But like, apparently, LeBron, along with other culinary names, and the Culinary Institute of America, is supposedly at the school. Which, if it's in New York, it's been a minute since I've been to the California campus, even though it's, like an hour away, hour and a half away, something like that. I could. I've chosen not to. I have former classmates that did well on that. But I didn't sign, I had full opportunity to sign up for this thing at the CIA. I actually just got an invite to another recent thing that might have been interesting, but it's just, I'm not into competitions and that sort of a thing. So let's get our rice cooking here. I think I've got basmati right now. I switched between basmati and jasmine. I know they're not really proper for what we're cooking tonight, but it's what I got in the kitchen. Short of doing like sushi or maybe risotto, I'm not big on switching up my rice. I mean, maybe we could do like forbidden black rice at some point or something, but costs an arm and a leg for making rice, though. What was I doing here? Oh, dinner command. I was rereading what I promised I was going to do, chat. Okay, we nixed lime because the lime was nasty. We got the rice going, we got onions, peppers, we need our cheese, and we need to cook our beef. Okay, so I'm doing about as well as I thought. Yeah, we're not doing fried spring rolls either, chat. I'm doing the rice ones for this. Like, I bought a pack of rice spring rolls and I'm gonna try and use it up. And so Mondays we're doing spring rolls. We're doing cheeseburgers this week. We're doing tacos next week. And who knows what I come up with for the next week if there's still more. As to fun to watch in a competition, no. I don't do well in foreign environments, which most of those are actually, I mean, they're designed to put you off. And I just don't, like, I have no interest in it. Like, I spent a good portion of my life being 2 minutes chef, right with that, working on that right now. You know, yes, on the fly. You know, and mostly 2 minutes chef, but. And I've sort of like I'm not retired, but I'm sort of retired from that. Like, I wouldn't even want to do, like, I remember back in the day, Ninja making a fool of himself on Bon Appetit. I wouldn't want to do that. Like, regardless of the views I would get from being on Bon Appetit in their kitchen back when they were doing their thing before they had their sort of Me Too moment. Or going to the New York Times kitchen, do stuff in their kitchen. Like, I would not want to do that. Working in someone else's space or in a space that I'm unfamiliar with and being filmed and trying to do things, like, I'd lose it. And it's obvious through the years, like, Chop doesn't do this, but it's obvious throughout the years that on, like, Top Chef and other competitions along that line, you know, things go disappearing, and, like, things don't work, and like, that's not a fair competition when, you know, you plan a recipe to use, you know, a blender that doesn't work. That's... Or you make 300 of something and 60 of them disappear from a wrapped cabinet, you know? What am I forgetting here, chat? Yeah, and adapting would be fine if everyone had that same issue or that same problem across the board. I am not forgetting cilantro, and I'm not forgetting green onion either. But speaking of that, we can go ahead and do that right now. Rice has come to a boil, so I'm turning the heat off on that, but leaving it covered for the next 10 minutes plus. Ooh, should we add some garlic scape too? Not going to. For me, it's either garlic powder or real garlic. You will not convince me to use jar or squeeze paste garlic. And don't waste my time with the elephant garlic that's 5 times the size of normal garlic, but has a fifth of the flavor. How are we cooking our beef tonight? Do we want to do... I'm debating the grill pan. I'm leaning against it, though. Let's go with the grill pan. Grill marks are pretty. Rice is done. So we can throw that over here. I thought chat was always to blame. You mean I can't blame chat? End stream. No hydrate tonight, chat? Or am I just missing it? Hey, Nicole. Hi, Cosmic. Sorry for missing that a little bit ago. I'm just happy I don't have to take some sort of like water pill or something. It's back to normal in the temps lately the last couple of days here. That's been lovely. That's been awesome. Marinades killed a lot of that rosy red beef color between the acid and the soy and the Are we lagging now, chat? Or are we okay with that change that I just made? Change that back. Cutting board camera. This is a bit thicker piece of meat than the one I have on the cutting board. Smoky in here. Got the fan on high. Check out this rice real quick here while we're waiting on that last piece of beef to cook. That's looking nice. Turned out all right, Michael. It was acceptable. So now how we played all of this tonight. Stove is completely off now, despite that smoke. I think I'm gonna do this put together, like, I don't really have a good setup for that though. I guess I could use my cutting board. I guess we'll use the cutting board. Alright, so there's our sort of dinner plate. And we make our first one here. Cheers, folks. That is delicious. It's messy. I definitely want to go for the whole wrap in like one go, but it's still too large. But you get what I mean. Welcome in, Smoke Daddy. No real sauce per se. I do have some sour cream in the house, but between the avocado and the cheese, you got a decent amount of creaminess there as it is. And I certainly did a heavy marinade on this, so there's all sorts of other flavor in here besides just the straight beef. So hopefully stream went a bit more better after I toyed around with OBS. I have to spend some serious time with OBS here, I think. OBS is not happy with the world. I'm not sure why it's not happy. And Twitch. And my ISP. Alright, folks, I do think it is that time, though. Checking to see here if there's anyone we should be raiding out to. Alright, folks, I think I'm just going to leave it there. We'll be back here tomorrow night. Going to be making cheeseburger spring rolls tomorrow. Looking forward to that, actually. That's I was like, damn, that sounds good. I hope you join me for that. We got the vote going. We'll finish up the vote tomorrow, but we got the vote going for Wednesday's ingredient challenge going on in the Discord. Hopefully I'll have some time to toy around with OBS and maybe improve things. It is not fun trying to stream having no clue what chat is seeing because I don't have a preview. So hopefully we can streamline OBS a little bit and keep the streams running smooth. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I hope you have an amazing start to your week. See you back here tomorrow. Good night.